from Let It Roll in Phoenix. We're here for the title match of the 2014 Tournament of All-Time Champs and Almost Champs. Well, we got all champs left here. Anybody who ever finished second or first bowl in this tournament. We got 4 current JBT stars bowling into 2 title matches here. This is Shauna Schultz going up against Alexis Atkin in the handicap title match. 2 of our most veteran ladies and 2 of our most decorated ladies too, as Shauna has 4 career titles and Alexis has 5. Handicap-wise, Alexis has to beat Shauna by 15 to tie, 16 to win. And that 5th frame spare for Schultz keeps her in a 13-pin lead scratch. So 28-pin overall lead for Shauna through 5. Looking good, looking for her 3rd career major. She's had a knack at winning the big ones. She won TPC 2 years ago and won the California Invitational many years ago. I don't know, quite a few years ago. She won the Cali, right? Why do you see her in major finals a lot? Partially because she throws the ball very straight, so the typically tough lane patterns we lay out for invites don't affect her as much. She just grinds out marks and grinds everybody to death. She's very good at that. And grind is certainly an accurate way to describe today's pattern. They were brutal. 2 patterns like we've been doing a lot lately. The left lanes are all Badger, which is nothing but oil except in the first 10 feet of the lane now. And then on the right lane, it's nothing as Wolf, which is the shortest animal pattern at 34 feet. So nearly half a lane full of bone dry. Over in the scratch division, they're just getting started with the title matches as a pair of ASU bowlers, as Arizona State completely dominated the scratch event today. It's Russ Oviatt versus Canfield. Talk a little bit more about them once we get into the second half of their match. Alexis, another fantastic season for her. 2 women's division bowlers of the year already, and has a little bit more work to do to capture all conference girls bowler of the year. The quadruple point invitational, TPC rather, coming up. Barely held off Heather Penitzer for the Arizona Conference crown. Held off a couple others for SoCal. Randy Spieler won Mojave. New Mexico is going to go to somebody named Vargas. And Northwest, forget who's up there in the Northwest. I think it's Kareem, but she missed some events. Well, we'll talk about that later. Leaving the bucket on the Wolf lane. Nicely converted. There is no easy spare on the deck. A 5-pin is not easy today. So every mark certainly counts. It's been all Schultz in the step ladder so far. She beat Jopful Gafati out of the Mojave Conference in game 1, and Stacy Lamb is back, finishing in the top 4. Shauna just got by her by 8 pins in round 2. 4-person step ladder because there was only 4 games of match play today. Sorry, there was 4 games as opposed to the usual 3 games of match play today. Added a position round in there, which basically nobody wanted to bowl because they're exhausted and the lanes were super tough. You might not see a position round in this tournament next year. Stay tuned to find out. Nicely done, tripping the 4-pin. All of our girls have really nice physical games, and that pays bigger dividends over the giant power games when you get on these tough patterns. It's bowling is a game of power and accuracy, and the scales tilt back towards accuracy when you put out these patterns that eliminate the power advantage. She will happily take a Brooklyn. Don't let her poker face fool you there. Squeaked into the finals by 1 pin over Corino Sanchez from New Mexico. As Ben gets a Brooklyn, that was Canfield's 2nd frame, getting an early double over there to take an early lead over Russ. Let's see if Schultz can get a Brooklyn of her own. That's going right through the Brooklyn side, but doesn't get the 3 out. Minus 81 was the cut today. That's top 40% instead of 50% in the handicap division. That's quite low. While Scratch's top 5 was 104 down for 40%. of a field which includes PBA champions and many others. Nicely done at the spare. She leads at this point by the same 25 she led by last time. Big opportunity here, a necessary opportunity here coming up for Alexis as she has their strike working in the 8th. Has yet to strike on the Wolf Lane. Canfield makes it 3 in a row over there, consolidating his Brooklyn. I feel a 3-parter coming on here, folks. Nice shot by Alexis. Oh, just didn't quite get there. Alexis's reaction tells the story. That looked pretty darn good that time. It just broke a little bit late to leave that bucket. Well, it has to have the conversion. It's going to be almost impossible for her to win the match without converting this. Pretty dominant leader once we got into match play. Led all of those rounds. Stacy almost caught her in the last game, position round. Has to make the bucket again. And that time chops it off, and that's going to just about wrap things up here. The tour used to have Major Mika. We might have Major Shauna here coming up. This could now be 3 out of 5 of her titles being a major if she does indeed win this. Has to strike out to have any chance here. And instead, a little bit of early hook in the Badger lane, and whoever ordered the plate of fried Alexis on lane 7, it is now ready. Anybody want to pick up some fried Alexis? Anybody? Derek? Derek, you interested? No, make it anyway. No, didn't get over on the Badger. Well, tough finish here for Atkin. She bowled fantastic all day, but Shauna is one tough cookie in those step ladders. And this is going to end up being her biggest margin of victory. Step ladder. Oh. Just grinding her to death. Open in the 4th frames. They're only open to the title match so far. That's generally plenty to win today. The game she's bowling right now would have won a whole lot of scratch games today. I saw 140s and 150s winning the occasional scratch match. Nicely done. Just hard and straight at the spare. Notch one up for the Jenny from UCM. That's Central Missouri for those of you not familiar with the college bowling. Strong team out there. Catch her last shot. We'll try to catch Russ here too. It's the fastest I've ever seen Shauna throw a ball. She needs to lock up these matches more often. You know, Russ has got a puzzle to shoot at down there. That's pretty close. Oh yeah! There you go. 4-7-9-10 brings the crowd to its feet on a Sunday afternoon. Should be a great finish in the scratch division. We'll be back for that, but right now Shauna Schultz is locked up. Career title number 5. Match and Alexis, 2 of our best ladies, put on a good show over there. Part 2 in scratch coming.